Now to continue on with Rosco, we're going to look at their lights. Emily Stadulis is going to tell us about all these products up here on stage. Take it away, Emily.
Thank you, James. Hi guys, so everybody knows Rosco for our gel products. We make both a premium line called Cinegel. We are the only manufacturers on the planet that make gel that way, so it's going to last twice as long as the other surface-coated products on the market. We do also have an economy line e-color that is your same Cinemoid numbering system that you're used to and will last as long as well. Something to be aware of is that all the proceeds from our gel lines, we are set up with specific charities to support injured and sick technicians, and we're working on some really cool partnerships here in the future. What a lot of people don't know about Rosco is that we were actually one of the first manufacturers to begin with LED lights starting 10 years ago with our light pad product. Anybody remember those or use those? Raise your hand. Great. So we have since moved on from them. We've spent a lot of time over the past decade refining our LED technology, improving upon it, if you remember how green the original light pads were, and expanding our range. So Rosco's approach to LED is to have several different lines available for a range of budgets and a range of applications. So we've got 4 main product lines that we have to show you today, starting first with our light pad Vector. So this is now the 7th generation version of light pad. We have increased the output now so that this little 8.5 by 8.5 inch fixture is actually twice as bright as the old 24 inch by 24 inch fixture, and you can expect the same level of brightness from this fixture as a traditional 1x1 unit with some diffusion on it. The advantage, of course, though, is you get that naturally soft light without having to deal with any softboxes or diffusion. All of our bicolor LED products are going to have the ability to have intensity control as well as color temperature control. So light pad Vector is 3,000 to 6,000 color temperature on there. You also have common presets for your intensity levels and your color temperature. All of our LED fixtures are going to have the ability to run on both AC and DC. We have V-Lock and Anton Bauer battery mounts, and all of our battery systems are made to be able to remove and switch from AC to DC easily with one hand. Right there in the back of the fixture, nothing to get in the way of anything else. And I'm gonna let you put that back. We also have the ability to have DMX on all of our fixtures. So the Vector uses Cat5, and our Silk range that we'll talk about later uses your 5-pin DMX in and out for those guys. Full range of accessories, honeycombs, and things like that. But what Vector really takes and builds upon with the light pad technology is that pattern that you're seeing there is not actually your LEDs. That is actually impact-resistant acrylic. So you can do this with our fixtures and be just fine. Please visit our website and our YouTube channel where you can see us run this fixture over with an SUV. So that right there is really great for kind of mid-range or starter kits. We offer a 3-head kit there that has all the accessories that you could need in the field, and it actually falls under the dimensions and the weight for a standard airline media rate. So you're not going to be charged extra for a full 3-head location lighting kit on a standard airline. Moving up, we launched our Silk range 2 years ago. This is going to be your premium line. So we have industry-leading color quality. We have a CRI and a TLCI, more importantly, of 96 and 98 throughout the spectrum, with our 9 values of 96 and 98. So your redheads are actually going to look like redheads on camera. We launched this product 2 years ago. This has some great common accessories, so as Caroline's demonstrating. You have magnetic honeycombs. You have the same types of control features that you have on our Vector and that are standard across our line. You have intensity control, and you have your color temperature control. This one you have a broader range. You have 2800 to 6500 on the back. You have your DMX in and out. And something that's really cool on this one, when you're running it on battery, that bottom right-hand corner is actually your voltage monitor. So you can actually see where you are in your lifespan on the fixture, and the fixture will remain consistent at the color temperature and intensity that you set it at until it goes out. As a warning though, that back display will actually flash at you when you've got between 5 to 15 minutes left of usable power. If you're not sure how much battery power to expect, generally speaking, you're looking at about 2 hours for the Vector and just under an hour for most standard high capacity Hawkswoods or similar batteries. But if you're not sure and you want to double check, scan that QR code and that'll take you right to our product page where we have a list of about the top 50 most common batteries on the market, and it'll actually list out the times at the bottom, middle, and the top end of our color temperature spectrum. Today, we're really excited. You guys are actually the first audience in the US to be introduced to the new features we have in our version 2 upgrades. So version 2 of the Silk, same cost, but in addition to the other great features, you're gonna get an added 10% output on the fixtures on 120 watts. So you're gonna be right about 3,000 lux at 1 meter. You're going to have integrated lumen radio wireless DMX control so that you can control your fixture from your phone. You have both an internal antenna as well as optional external antenna. You have 4 different DMX curves that you can set. So if you're doing high speed work, you can adjust that, or if you need finer resolution on the low end. 8 or 16-bit dimming. You can set up master-slave functionality on that. And then you have different ways to control the fixture on DMX. So you can either have 0 to 100%, be 2800 to 65, or you can actually use your phone or your DMX dimmer board controller as the percentage level. So 28% is going to be 2800 Kelvin, so on and so forth, up to 6500 K. We've also increased the fine resolution for being able to control, so now you have 15 Kelvin increments that you can control on the fixture in various ways. So that's your premium product. We have it in a 2x1, a 1x1. We have half-by sizes, so we have a 6x2. We also have by Cinegear, we will be shipping a 6x3 and a 2x2. Next up, we have our Pica product. So these are really tiny, small cubes. We actually have a patent on the heat management system. So they are the smallest, brightest fixture on the market for the size, weight, and wattage. So these little guys here are 12 to 24 volts as well, meaning that you can use common batteries. They are under a pound, but you can see really nice and bright. This is actually only with one of the diodes on. So I'm gonna actually hand that to you. So we have a dynamic white feature. So for this, we have actually 3 chips in there, a 2700, a 4100, and a 6500 for these guys. So we can switch and do our color temperature right on the back. And you can see this little guy, really nice and bright with only 24 watts. In addition to using it on battery, you can have a distributed system like this where I'm sending power and data over Cat5. So if I do want to control it remotely, build it into cars, that type of thing, you can have one portal there that will power up to 4 units, and this will go 250 feet away from the portal using Cat5. So we have our dynamic white version, and then as you can see here, we have our color changing version. So it's an RGB W fixture, and we can see it's just setting on a color score right there, but even in ambient light, this little guy, really nice and small and powerful. Keeping in the theme of very small and very powerful, we also have our LED tape systems. So Rosco uses the new 2835 chip rather than the 5050 that you commonly see on the market. So it's about twice as bright. We have this version that Caroline has, which runs off of standard batteries. And we also have remote controls to set up. So I can do different effects. I can control my color temperature, do common things like that, and I can control the speed on this, and this remote will work up to 100 feet away and will work through car doors and other similar natures. In addition to our 12-volt systems, which are also coated in a waterproof coating with a 3-year warranty and with protected circuitry to protect those solder joints, we also have a range of 24-volt tapes that you can get in longer 15-foot reels for working in set. So in this version, we also have a bicolor version, equally bright. And then we have two different versions for color changing. So first, we have an RGBA version. Whoop. Oh, there we go. So it is a combined tri-chip so that you don't get rainbow shadowing. And all of our tapes, all of our fixtures are a 90 plus CRI. So something that's nice about our color changing tapes is that you can get to some truer purples and some truer oranges and ambers and yellows than you traditionally see. And then there's an integrated white chip as well that's 5600. So this is really great if you're doing pastels or you're trying to mimic some of your key lighting. However, if you're really trying to do a lot of colors, then RGBA is probably going to be your best shot. And so our RGBA, we really weren't excited by the LEDs that we found on the market, so we developed our own set that is really bright. It's going to be a double wide chip that's integrated there. So this one right here has your full range there and is double wide. So we offer this in a few different types of systems. We offer it if you know how to do your load calcs and you're comfortable soldering. We have the individual components and reels that you can buy. You can assemble your own systems. If you're not comfortable with that or you want to use it in more location lighting situations, then we have an easy plug and play system that will allow you to do between 45 and 60 feet of tape in various different configurations. Plug and play, it sets up in under 3 minutes. So really nice. You've got those easy quick connect connectors that you saw Caroline using. So it removes a lot of the trouble and the constant breaking and troubleshooting that happens on set with LED tape. Lastly, we do offer a range of extrusions. So if you're building it into a set and you want to take away the pixelation on the tape, we have those available for both single and double wide. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate all the feedback you've given us over the years for your LED products. I hope you can see where it's taken us. Thank you.